Hello, everyone. So, today I'll be sharing a little bit about the lesson plan that I decided to choose for this assignment. So, mine is managing device distractions, and this kind of goes with the topic of media balance and well being. I decided to choose this because I have noticed in myself, especially in my college classes, that my devices have begun to distract me a lot. And while technology wasn't super huge when I was in elementary school, it definitely is now. So I can only imagine if I struggle with my devices, how these kids who already struggle to keep their focus are dealing with it. So this lesson is for students K through 5. It starts out with this little right here. Device distractions can be an unintended consequence of using tech at school. Help your students learn how to manage these distractions so they can focus on learning and building positive tech habits. The objectives of this lesson are to reflect on what it looks and feels like to stay focused on a task, define device distraction and recognize examples, and learn strategies to manage device distractions at school. So, to start, there's a short little video, so I would say something about in school we often practice focus when doing an assignment or when learning something new. So then I would ask my students, what does it look like to stay focused on a task and what does it feel like? Here I would give them just a few minutes to share with their table mates or their group mates, kind of some examples of that. And after a few minutes, I'd ask some of them to share, either call on them, see if anyone wanted to share, things like that, and just go over, get a few examples, kind of to get us started. Then I would give a set definition of focus, which is concentrating your attention to listen to someone or to complete a task. Next, I would tell students sometimes it can feel hard to stay focused on a task, and when we use tech, it can feel even harder. Device distraction is when you lose focus because of a device, such as a computer, iPad, or TV. Then I would maybe here ask them to just share any quick examples of times they've been distracted by a device before then showing the device distractions video. After the video, I would again see if anybody, after seeing examples of that in the video, had any experiences with device distractions in their lives, which I'm sure most of them have, as I have as well. Maybe I would share a few examples of my own life because, like I've said, it is definitely something that I struggle with. Next, they've included a short little poem, which I love. It's a limerick to the rhyming scheme of Hickory Dickory Dock, and I think this is a really great way for students to kind of get this in their brain in a little more of a fun way, like something that they can think back on and remind themselves on. So it says, got lost due to device distraction. I breathe and think through my reaction. Apps and games get my clicks, but I've got my own tricks to focus once more on my actions. So I think that's something that's just kind of a little fun, a little lightweight students can use to help themselves out. Next comes the reflection part. So there's this attention strategies handout that has 3 parts on it. So first, depending on what grade this is for, kindergarten through 5th, I mean, 5th graders could easily complete this by themselves. Kindergartners might struggle a little bit. So maybe I'd have them do it in pairs, maybe on their own, but I'd just have them do this part 1 in class. And then after that, I would kind of go over the answers, what we think, talk about it a little bit. Next, I would have them do this part 2, again, on their own. And I think this is something that they could really get a lot of use out of, help them think about it on their own, come up with their own ideas. And then this part 3, this word search, I would have them take home maybe as extra credit because I really like it. I think word searches are a great way to just kind of get a few easy points, but sometimes I can remember struggling a lot with word searches because sometimes you just can't find that last word, and so I don't want students to feel like they're going to lose points or their grades are going to go down over a word search because that's really not too fair. So that could maybe be extra credit for them. Finally, I think a few extra things that I could add into this are something for students that are older, like 5th graders, some sort of optional phone basket or iPod, even iPad, if they have devices that they're bringing to school, watches, something like that, that if they put it away for a certain part of the day, they might get a reward like bonus bucks or candy, something like that, that is more rewarding them for putting up their phone, less than punishing them for having it, just so they can kind of learn to make the choice to put their phone away to help them focus, stuff like that. As well as I'd really love to do kind of just a sit down quick talk about going through how to turn off notifications for certain apps and things on their computers and iPads, because that's something that having that notification pop up across the screen is extremely distracting. So I think that would be something that could help a lot. But yeah, that's kind of what I would do for this managing device distractions lesson.